Hi, everyone, and welcome to Denver by Night. I am not your host, Joan Bradley, but Christina is going to explain what happened today.
Hi, everybody. My name is Christina Ariel, and you are here with a special episode of Denver by Night. We are having some technical difficulties. Therefore, we will have a different type of episode. If you have questions, submit them in the chat, and we will answer your questions accordingly. And you can ask us about our characters and development. We are here for you. So we will maybe have a fun gameplay tonight, and maybe not, but mostly questions and hangouts. So thank you.
Yay!
That was very good, Christina. I'm not sure why you became Robot Christina in this moment, but I'm into it.
It's a nervous habit.
Proper questions in chat. We'll be looking at that. And let's just go around and kind of introduce ourselves again, just, because we're being ourselves right now. I'm Michelle Bradley. I play Ibis, Tremere, who's like a librarian mixed with like a weirdo, introvert, and also a vampire. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. My name is Bonnie Gordon. I'm going to take out my fangs. Aha! Oh no! They're not real! I know, you thought they were. I play Agnes, the rootin' tootin' vampire of Denver. I forgot what I was supposed to do. Is that just the intro? I play Agnes. Howdy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Shane Easton. I am your Malkavian for the evening. But also, I'm going to be myself right now for a minute while we do this Q&A.
That's right. I had to turn my accent off. It's hard. Once I get in this hat, I'm like, ooh, yeehaw.
The hat of accents.
I know. I'm trying not to speak in a southern twang.
All right. And Christina, how you doing over there? Oh, you're muted, buddy.
You're muted.
Hi, I'm Christina Ariel. I play Delilah. I'm a nice vampire / hippie / motivational speaker and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited to hang out.
All right.
This is the most social we've been in a long time.
Yeah. Stop crying, Bonnie. Don't cry on camera. No real cry. Don't cry.
I'm doing great. How are you?
Everyone plays a care, Bonnie. So we have a couple of questions already. Thank you guys so much. So what? This is a really long one, but what's the where did our fashion choices come from? Is a very good question. Why don't we start with Xander? I'm sorry, Xander, because I'm looking at the name on your screen.
It's okay. We're the same person. It's fine.
Bonnie, that's yours.
What was the question?
Why did you guys choose the fashion you chose for your
Well, considering stores aren't open, we were or at least I was very limited to what I had in my closet. And this coat is one of my favorite coats I own, but I don't get to wear it very often because California, as you know, coat season is a very short time. And also I just don't wear jackets too much, but it's very detailed and kind of gives me that like kind of Western yet girly feel. We have quite a hat collection between Xander and I. And I believe he's worn this hat as X as well on LA by Night. So it was kind of a nod to that because it is kind of like a little Western and it's kind of worn and torn. I've had fangs forever, so I was very excited to wear those. And that's pretty much my only fashion choice. Like that's all I'm wearing. I'm not wearing pants. So I mean like I'm wearing pants, but like pajama pants, it doesn't matter. And then I put I have a bunch of feathers always hanging around, so I put feathers through my hair as Agnes, just because she kind of lives out in nature and doesn't give a hoot or a poop about anything, and so just kind of like little warbird trophies and nature living. She probably got a lot of dirt in her hair too.
And Christina, how about you? What inspired your fashion choices?
So I like to think about how Delilah would have evolved since she was embraced style-wise. Like, I feel like she went from her very hippie stage to her disco stage, which I like to think was the best stage of all of them. Think lots of gold disco-esque dresses. She was very much into the disco scene, and then she transitioned into her motivational speaking, and now she's just at that like classy broad level where it's like you've worked your ass off your entire life and now you're gonna dress like it. So she's just like, I don't know, I wanted something sexy. And so that's why even when she was going through the trash, she was still finding something luxurious to wear. So I just think she's a toreador. She's a sexy beast. It's just how I feel she is in my head, and her voice, like all of it, everything's like it's just like velvet, baby.
And how about you, Shane?
I actually picked out my outfit based on the Malkavian fashion sketches in the V5 Vampire Sourcebook and the Camarilla Vampire book. Yeah, and then my friends on Twitch helped me with my makeup and my hair and everything. I did like a Twitch, you know, I streamed and we just kind of did my makeup together, me and all my Twitch buddies. But yeah, that's it. Okie doke.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, your hair is really awesome. It's like it looks like unkempt and natural, but I know you obviously style it, so good job.
Yes, I obviously style it.
I mean, I said this out loud on Twitter a lot, but my whole inspiration for my character is Blathers, the owl who works at the museum in Animal Crossing. And just kind of that kind of just super dorky, really into knowledge and history, and kind of like starts talking without thinking sort of a character. So I thought it'd be cool to dress in like a suit with like tweed and stuff. And originally I was gonna wear like a tuxedo jacket, and it was super hot, so I just didn't do that. And I actually happened to have this suit in my closet because it's from Thanksgiving. It was my disco Thanksgiving suit, so I thought I'd do that, and I made my bow tie out of the hem of the pants was like 6 inches too long for me because I'm really short, so I just used the hem that I took off of that and made a bow tie in like 5 minutes before the show on the first day.
Your bow tie is my favorite thing of this whole show. I mean, besides the whole like RPGing and, you know, plot and fun interactions with all of you, but seriously, your bow tie gives me happiness.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's kind of where my inspiration came from. Another question from chat is, what drew you to the clan you are playing? Anyone can answer. I have to go in order.
I enjoy the Malkavians. I've always wanted to play them, but I kind of always want to play every clan. But I wanted to play someone who was gifted, and maybe because of these gifts that they have, they're not understood well by others. So that I was very excited to get to portray that, and I'm having a great time. The end.
For me, I really can't wait. Did I unmute myself? Yeah, sorry. I really actually was drawn to Malkavians, and I really wanted to play one, but I know because Xander plays one on LA by Night, I wanted to kind of shy away from that just because I know everyone just assumes that he and I are the same person, like you do. So what I ended up doing was I was looking through all the clans and like going through each one and kind of like creating a character in my mind of which clan, if I chose that clan, what I would go for personality wise. And I just was really drawn by the Gangrels because they're so wild and beastly, but kind of like close to nature and like the lone wolf type of the clans. And so I thought it'd be very interesting to kind of really embrace that and make kind of like a badass warrior, but not in the sense of like something a little off. Agnes doesn't when she like shapeshifts and stuff. It's not wolf form. It's a bobcat, and I thought that was kind of fun. Like she's a sly little lady. Yeehaw!
And Christina? Oh, looks like we lost Christina for a second. So I'll talk about mine. So I picked Tremere because I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Is it Tremere or is it Tremere? Tree? Someone's going to fact check me. But I picked that because...
Those books sounded great.
Yeah. Cool. That's everything. Yeah. I wanted to be a cool wizard. I literally, I read through... This is my first time playing. I kind of skimmed through all the different clans. And I was like, okay, fancy one, see, whatever, they all seem really interesting, but kind of vampires I'd heard of, and I was like, oh yeah, wizards can do magic, or vampires can do magic. Cool, I'll do that. And then when I picked that, May was like, so there's tons of rules and stuff with that clan, and you have to know all your rituals and your timing and stuff, and make a little flow chart. And I was like, damn it, what did I do this for? But it was fine. I have a really really nice flow chart that I keep next to my desk here. It has it's divided up by timing and ingredients I need for all my stuff. I haven't had to use it yet, but I'm just waiting for my chance to use all my Excel knowledge. So yeah, literally just wanted to be a wizard and be OCD. So that's me. How about you, Christina?
Oh, am I back? So I went to go and press unmute and I hit in the call. Anyway. I wanted to play a Toreador because I think they're glamorous and vicious, but also not to be underestimated. And I thought it would be really fun to play a character like that was just super sweet in a way, but also very unfuckwithable, for lack of a better term. And I just enjoyed her. And that's why I wanted her to be a Toreador. And I felt like performance and weaving all of those different things together would be fun.
So if you guys have questions, again, pop them in the chat. We are not having visual on Christina for some reason right now, but I'm sure Jake from Q Times is working on that. Sorry, everybody. We are trying our best over here. We do have audio on her, so that's something. Another question is sort of, I think it kind of stems from our fashion choices, because we haven't really had a lot of time to talk about our character's backstory. We only had 2 episodes, but if you guys are comfortable with revealing a little bit about your character's backstory, it's kind of up to you. Maybe when you were when you were embraced, or just anything, a little tidbit that maybe won't ever get revealed because it's just something you thought of in your head and it's probably not getting a chance to get put on camera. Anyone have any ideas?
Sure. Jax Tuesday is definitely my real name. I don't know why you would think otherwise. I'm kind of a new vampire, or kindred, I guess we call ourselves around here, and I'm just looking for a place to perform. She is a street performer based off of a lot of my friends, actually, when I was younger. I was friends with a lot of variety performers and crust punks, and so she's kind of a mix of the two of those. And she's just a wandering soul, really. She kind of just moves around a lot. And that's it, I guess. There's not too much to reveal. Her parents worked for a carnival, so.
I think that was super obvious, but I like your character. To me, I couldn't tell what era they came from, because it's sort of a universal thing, like performers and circus folks. I mean, at least of the 1900s. So for me, I wasn't really sure where to place you, even as myself, or as me as a player. I didn't really know, so good to know. How about Bonnie? What about you? What's kind of the era you're from, or
yeah. I've tried to make it, I guess, obvious that my character is a lot older than the other kindred that we're interacting with, by using a lot of really old-time phrases, or calling my hat my war bonnet, little things like that. Agnes actually was embraced back in 1894. She was a bandit in the Wild West, and would travel around with a gang of of real bad boys. And a lot of people would underestimate her because she was a woman. So she would join in on the poker games and drink at the bar with the boys, but they would never really take her seriously. And that's how they ended up robbing so many places successfully, because no one really was watching her. And they were out hiding up in the woods the night she was embraced. Her sire killed the rest of her party, but she put up such a fight. I guess he was impressed and embraced her. And she wasn't happy about it. She's very pissed. She doesn't know who it was. So who knows? Maybe one day she'll find out who her sire is and finally get that revenge she's been seeking for a while. But yeah, she's pretty much kept to herself all these years. Doesn't really like the modern times. People are, what are all these, those young whippersnappers with their screens and their phones. Like, she doesn't get any of that. She remembers the good old days, riding with the boys. But yeah, she's just an old gal wanting to keep fighting, I guess. That's a little bit about Agnes.
All right, and how about you, Christina? Tell us about Delilah.
So Delilah, if you could not tell, was at her prime in the 60s. She was actually embraced at the March on Washington to protest Vietnam. And after that, she kind of just sang in dive bars, but she built up this cult following, and she always looked young. So people were always kind of astounded by it because she's pretty. But she ends up going to Wyoming. She lives now in Wyoming, and she is not a cult leader, but she has a kind of wellness retreat that people come to, and she teaches them to get centered, to like come into themselves.
Does Delilah know that probably all cult leaders don't think they're cult leaders?
I mean, cult is just such a strong word. She's a motivational speaker. Holy crap, it's B. Dave Walters.
They can't see that on screen yet, but this is pretty crazy.
It's like the most random thing. I'm like talking. And boom.
B. Dave, you are muted right now, so if you want to join this chat, you gotta unmute yourself. Control D that.
First of all, thanks, Michelle. I've done this once or twice. I was making a dramatic entrance with you couldn't hear me like heaving and panting of having run upstairs to jump in here. I apologize if you guys have already talked about this. May had some catastrophic technical issues that were super out of her control that she is working to rectify. Quite frankly, I'm stalling. So the moment she's ready, she's going to kick in. But I am going to run you fine ladies through a little something until she can join us here. So we
were doing a Q&A. This is exciting.
It's the game just got real, like super fast already.
Oh, wait, yeah. I gotta put my fangs back in. Hold on.
That's it. You're like, that's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's here. Also props to the spooky lighting there, Bonnie. Like, you're already I am not going to in any way intrude on the story that May has planned for you all tonight. So you all are going to be having left your previous place in your safe house and be en route to the hotel when you are waylaid by circumstances that are about to become revealed literally in real time, everyone. So, and again, when May's ready, when she can get back in, when she can get connected, she's going to take it, and I'm going to stop talking possibly in mid-sentence. So, as you all find yourselves traveling down the road of Colorado, you've been loaned a van from the people that help you escape and are making your way through the mountains. Who chose what you're listening to on the radio, and who's driving?
I like to think that I chose what was on the radio.
I'll drive. So one thing that I actually like to do with these modern horses.
And what are you all listening to?
We are listening to the seminal hit, Rock Steady, Steady Rocking All Night Long.
They don't know nothing about that in Colorado.
None of these children know anything about this. I'm telling you, right about 1992 is when the music just just hit the pits, baby.
That is when everything changed. And yes, you were about to say something there, Jax.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just kind of hanging out in the back of the vehicle with Charlie, and I'm just kind of, plucking on my ukulele, just enjoying the ride.
As you all are making your way up through the road, all of you give me your wits and awareness. You're all so quiet.
We're all muted.
I got 3.
Three.
I got 2 successes.
Two.
I've got 2 successes.
Delilah's got 2 also. As you are driving down the road, Jax, you see up ahead, set back from the road, what looks like a carnival, like a small thing with like a tiny little tilt-a-whirl spinning, sort of a horse there for horse rides. It is not terribly late. You all are an hour or 2 after sundown, although at this time of year that still puts it about 9 or 10 o'clock. But it looks like there's some activity going on. But Jax, you in particular notice as you're driving by, you make eye contact with a young girl who very quickly averts her eyes and tries to scramble behind like a milk bottle knockover booth that is set up there. She looks at you and runs to hide.
Huh. It looks like we might have some friends here, Charlie, or maybe some not friends, whatever you call one of those. I think we need to make a pit stop at this carnival.
I don't know if we found any friends since we've been out here, Jax. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Oh, I don't like it either. That's why we got to take care of it, because if you don't like it now, we might really not like it later. And then I call up to the front and I say, "Hey, we got to pull over. We got a situation."
Pull over.
Yeah, just stop for a minute, please. Really, I think I see somebody I know that can help us.
Whatever. I'll pull over.
Out here.
What?
I said, who do you know all the way out here?
Oh, it's just it's somebody that actually I think knows me, perhaps. I just want to take a look around. All right, just 20 minutes tops.
Oh, I don't think this is a good idea at all. I mean, if we're going to the hotel and we're going to go there and just be safe, and then this seems like we're veering off the path, and I do not like this at all. Jax, I've been meaning to talk to you about this, but you don't happen to have a ghost with you, do you? Because we had this whole ghost conversation and we never finished it, did we?
Oh, can I just like sweat her hair a little bit right now? Just say like it'd be like so dramatically appropriate if I just gave her a little.
If you make it look like an accident. Sure.
All right. And you very much see him creeping next to her while you're talking, Jax.
Well, you see, I think you might be a little paranoid because I don't know why I would have a ghost with me. I mean, maybe since you saw that, that lady at the house out in Denver, the Miss Margaret,
And
the Titanic lady.
I was surprised that no one else was surprised. I was the only one surprised. Everyone else was real cool with it, and I am. Gosh, I was disturbed, but I'm learning new things every day, and I don't like all of them, quite frankly. So.
Well, okay, so if there's a ghost in the vehicle right now, give us a sign. Do it, Charlie.
The music goes up 3 times as loud. Rock, steady, steady rocking. Not gonna get us demonetized.
Hey, Delilah, it's a little loud over there, don't you think?
I haven't touched anything.
Yeah, old car, I bet.
Look, let's just get out now. You know, do you hear the music out there? Do you see the rides and the performers? And these are my people. Like, let's just go. We'll be fine. I just have to check something out real quick, okay?
You all do see the carnival. You did not see the girl, but you do see this small side of the road carnival here in the middle of nowhere, Colorado.
Looks really loud and crowded, and I don't like either of those things, quite frankly.
Okay, cool. And then I just jump out of the car and I'm already on my way.
Dude,
All right,
wait for the car to stop, Jax.
I know. I just didn't. Well, you know, we were moving too fast.
I've pulled over. I've done.
Yeah.
She looks as pleased as a pup with two tails. I say let's just humor her and give it a few minutes.
The moment the door opens up and Jax footbails enthusiastically, Ibis, your hair blows backwards.
Strong wind out here in Colorado. Never been out here. Must be the strong winds I hear so much about in Colorado.
Oh, that was a good one, Charlie. You were so good.
Oh, thanks. No, I just been waiting a long time to take the piss out of that one. Do the rest of you depart the vehicle?
Yes, I do. Correct me if I'm wrong. Does this carnival have one of those little games where you can shoot the star with the gun out?
It absolutely does.
I'm gonna go find one of those. I'm gonna go win myself a teddy bear.
Time for a new Cupid doll, huh, Agnes? As you all approach, you see Smithson's Family Amusement Center painted in very faded, poorly drawn, hand-painted letters. Like, this sign was garbage 20 years ago when someone made it. And the wood is now warped and worn, and you see as you approach, there are deep grooves in the earth where this gate has been opened and closed 1,000 times. And as the dirt crunches underneath you as you approach, those of you that aren't from rural places, it's The Hills Have Eyes. You're just like, no, this is a slasher movie. This is terrible. Why does anybody like this? Agnes, it's incredible. This just feels like home.
Look, I'll tell you this. This ain't my first rodeo, and Mama didn't raise no fool. I know a con when I see it, and I see these little games, and the best thing for cons is to con a con, and that's what I tend to do. I think this is something that Jax and I have in common. I think these aren't really my people, but I understand the gaming aspect of these places.
I will say, Jax, Jax, do you have any ranks in larceny, or anyone that has any ranks in larceny? I realize you're all fine, upstanding people, but maybe have read books about how the other side lives. Give me your wits in larceny as you're looking at this. Delilah, I will say give me your wits in awareness, and Agnes, give me your wits in firearms.
I got 2.
2? Okay.
I got 4, even though I'm not involved in this at all.
I got 4.
I got a lot.
Even as you're looking at this, again, you're like, this is terrible. I hate it. However, I understand how they rig that game, and that game, and they keep the money over there. Got it. To you, it is just numbers and equations of the hustle.
Behind my head.
Yeah, floating over each one of these games, and every single one of them is rigged. Not necessarily massively predatorially rigged, but you don't come here to leave with the giant teddy bear at the top. No one does.
I do.
Well, Agnes, as you do make your way up sort of to that...
I got 7, because I got 2 of those special little ones with the stars.
So that is 7 with a crit. Okay. Agnes.
Yeah, well, it's 5 with a crit, so that makes it 7, right? Because then that means that counts for 2? Wait,
so those 2 starry dice count as 4. And then how many more successes do you have besides those starry dice?
So I have 2 of the starry dice and then 3 regular successes, so 7.
Okay, so that is 7. 7 with a crit. Got it.
Yeah.
Was one of those crits on your hunger die by chance?
No, no, it was not.
Ice cold, Agnes. You're like, oh, okay. The sight is bent, and the barrel is like there. So there's no chance. You try and sight it, you'll miss 100% of the time. But you think you could compensate for it. You know exactly what they've done with these little pea shooters.
I'll just break it.
Do you try and straighten out the gun?
A little bit. If I could like put it underneath and just kind of like give it a little, you know.
Can I help Agnes?
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey Agnes, I see you're trying to figure out what's going on in this little this small time crime over here. So I'd like to help you out with. You want a bear? Is that what we're doing? Bears?
Well, I don't really care about the prize. It's really just the reputation.
All right, I think I can distract this Carnival, whatever they're called, and help you out.
Delilah, how many successes did you get on your wits and awareness there when they were all scoping this place?
4.
You, Delilah, as you're surveying this place, you see there's like a little trailer parked next to one of the nearby trees. One of those small ones that kind of you pull behind like a Suburban or something, like a one-room type deal. And you see a man in a dramatic ringmaster's uniform that is just filthy. Like it probably hasn't been cleaned since before that sign was painted. And he is sitting there chewing on a piece of straw, looking out at all of you with a big, dusty, ragged top hat sitting on his lap. But he very much is clocking the 4 of you as you sort of make your way in. And there's about, you think maybe a dozen people milling around here, and then probably about 5 more that you think work here. So you know, nearly 20 people all told, spread out kind of it would be a big field. Like you clearly can kind of see the edges of it until it kind of disappears into the tree line with all the little things set up, and like the one kind of sad little tilt-a-world that is going that probably would not pass any sort of inspection anywhere in the in the civilized world. But yeah, you, Delilah, see this man seeing you.
Well, sugar, hi, first of all. It's very nice to meet you and for you to meet me.
Oh, he stands up and makes a dramatic show of cracking his back. And after he does, he picks up his hat slowly and lunges forward and does a dramatic forward roll and comes up and stands in front of you. And is like, I know you. You're Miss Delilah, ain't you?
And you are some type of really dirty Willy Wonka.
That might be the kindest compliment I've ever received from a lady of your stature. Hello, welcome to our amusement facility here. Could I interest you in a ride of some sort, miss? On one of our attractions, of course, is what I mean there.
Well, I'm sure that's exactly what you mean, because you are filthy.
This is a working man. I like to lead from the front, as they say. Please, I have attended a number of your seminars over the years, and it is amazing. You have not aged a day. Like I walked on fire back in '88. The broken glass, that worked. That was challenging, but you still helped me actualize something in myself.
I'd love to hear things like this, and you know what they say.
They do say that. They
Right?
do.
Exactly what it is, baby. You just gotta go with it. And sometimes I like to think to myself, what can you do to stay this beautiful at your age? And all I do, baby, I just take care of my skin. And I always practice safe socks.
he very much is like, oh, I apologize. It got extra dusty out here all of a sudden. Jax, as you are making your way through, what is Jax doing while Ebis and Agnes have descended on the gun booth? Delilah is talking to this yokel.
The girl I saw, was it like a kid?
You think she probably was teenager-ish, if you had to say? Maybe 15, 16?
All right, I'm going to go to the ticket booth where they give out tickets for rides and stuff like that. I walk up to it. It's just me and Charlie. I walk right up to it and I take my cane and I kind of tap on the window and I say, hey, where does the family hang out?
You see a withered old woman sitting in there listening to AM radio. You think it is a sports broadcast if you had to wager. You can't make out what it is. It's just sort of coming from the range. She just slaps her hand without looking at you and goes, $5.
Hey, I'm talking to you. I hit on the booth again. I say, where do all the kids hang out in this place?
Darling, you see, I mean, most kids be out here. They's with their mammies and pappies. I don't.
Look.
I lost my place in the game now. Yes, okay, yes. Oh dear.
I don't think you understand. You see, I grew up in the carnival. I know that it's filled with infinite and endless liars. I need to know where the kids are hanging out. Not the kids that come here for fun, but the other ones.
Just, oh, well then, $20. How bad do you want to know?
Look, I don't have any money.
Oh, then you have come to the wrong place. And she turns up the radio.
No, I can make it up to you. I have other stuff. I have other stuff. What do you want? I have my ukulele. I got some juggling balls if you need some of those. I know you're always losing one around places like this.
At my age, holding on to one would be an achievement. She looks you up and down for a second, and you hear pow, pa-ting, pow, pa-ting, pow, pa-ting, as Agnes is shooting, and she goes, "Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Those are. Yeah, they're with me. Yeah.
I will make a deal with you." And she hops off the stool, but you realize she's the exact same size. Her head is like this far over the counter. As you can see her like wrinkly face. She says, "You're in the carnival business, huh?
All my life.
Show me something unique. Show me something I ain't never seen before." And I'm going to tell you, girl, I done seen a lot.
All right. So I'm going to take out my tap shoes out of my box of tricks, and I'm gonna put them on. I'm gonna go, Charlie, come on, help me with the laces.
Oh, right away. How you gonna tap dance on like?
Well, I gotta figure something out. Then I take my.
You want me to like unplug a radio or something?
Oh, that would. Ooh. Actually, maybe you could help me. So I take my juggling balls out, and I go, Charlie, stand over there, and when I throw it to you, just throw it to me back.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, right over there, and so, okay, are you ready?
I don't know how much longer I'm gonna live, so yes.
Okay, all right, here we go. And I start juggling with Charlie. See, I can throw the balls out really far because I've been practicing this for a long time. You got to do at least 3 hours a day at different distances with weighted balls. That's how you do it.
Oh, my late husband should have been an expert then. She comes over to the door, and it's one of those doors where the top opens and the bottom opens, but she opens just the bottom, and she comes out, and she's a tiny, frail thing. And she's like, "What? How? Just
And then I start tap dancing too. And to top it off, I can do this.
And she very much jaw down. Meanwhile, over at the gun booth, yes, Agnes, you don't even have to roll, just aces, like one after the other. Yeah, and you see this
Behind the back, under the leg. Woo-wee!
A small crowd has gathered of people that are, oh, hey, wow, just say,
Oh, feels like the good old days when guns were made horribly.
It does remind you of don't fire till you see the whites of their eyes, Agnes, because you'd miss any further than out that. And while you're shooting, you see this pimply-faced teenager who's standing there by the booth watching all this, says, excuse me, I believe you've exceeded the number of shots you're allowed to take.
Oh, no, sir, I've been counting.
Well, you already qualify for the Cupid doll, and whatever, stuffed, accoutrement you would like to take with you, but please stop.
All right. Well, I guess I can't keep this, right? Not on the menu.
No, they took it out of my pay, actually.
Avis, pick out something you like.
Oh, really? Wow. No, I'll take that weird looking horse because it's got like way too many legs and I'm really into it. Can I have that weird green horse with 5 legs, please?
You heard the lady?
He sort of looks at it for a second and then he looks back at you and then he looks at it for a second and he looks back at you. And he very slowly reaches and pulls a switch and the booth closes right in front of you.
Oh,
and
hell no.
You hear coming out of the back of it.
Well, I guess if I really cared about it, I could just run around and catch that kid, but I don't really care about it. How about you, Agnes? How's it going?
Well, I'm a little pissed off. I won that horsey fair and square.
I mean, we could just, pry open this thing. It's not really that strong looking to me.
I mean, I'm not too worried about that kid either. He looks like his family tree was a shrub. You want to go get that horsey?
I mean, not really, but I'll do it.
Well, I was just saying, if you want, you just keep a lookout. I'll go get you that horsey.
Oh, sounds good. I'll just stand here.
Agnes, you feel a tug on your shirt.
Oh. Never mind. Yes?
You see a little girl who's probably 3 who goes, it wasn't right of him not to give you that horse that you earned.
You were very right. It's a little girl, you said?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to bend down. I was like, you know what? You're right, little lady. And let this be a lesson that if you work hard and you earn what you want, you don't let anyone take that away from you, because I'm going to go and get that horsey. Was there something in there that you lacked?
Yeah, I thought the big bunny was super cute.
You know what? I'll be right back. You stay right here. I'm going to get you that bunny.
Now with the patriarchy, yeah.
Damn right, little girl. Darn right.
Yes. Yeah. Wait, what's your name? You're really good at shooting. How long have you been shooting? You were my age?
Yes, since I was about your age. You know what, though? Guns are very dangerous, so, never do it at home. Just go over to a friend's house or something. I'm not good with kids. I'm going to go get a bunny.
Bobby, she said I could go shoot at my friend's house.
Hell.
Wow. You are standing there with this man, and you see a scrawny teenager running with something clutched in his arms, carefully. And he, very much looks both ways and, runs off towards the tree line. And you see the man's eyes turn and notice it, but very much to look back at you just with a large smile, Delilah.
Excuse me. You're making me uncomfortable.
Oh, how might I make this a more pleasing experience for a woman of your stature? I must say, we did not expect you to bless us with your presence on an evening like this.
You know, darling, I didn't expect me to grace you with my presence ever in a place like this.
What is it that you would always say, the universe will right your path, right?
Yeah, I like when you talk about me. So what was your biggest takeaway from my seminar?
He takes a step back away from you, out of arm's reach, and he's like, I do not mean this to sound as predatory as I'm afraid it is going to. I do, of course, mean this in the most positive of senses. And his eyes turn bright red, and he's like, I learned from you when I want something in this life that I have to take it.
No.
Is that not what I was supposed to take from it? Because I got a number of your audio recordings in there, and you said that if you want something, you have to take it. You said that. Do you mean to tell me that that is not what you meant when you said that in your audio recordings? And you do see a large pair, an unusually large pair of fangs comes down. He doesn't come near you, but he very much like, are you certain that's what you are telling me now?
I think what I was saying, or the message that I was trying to convey, is that you have to go after the things you want tenaciously, of course. But baby, you gotta know when you're batting out of your league.
That is true. That is true. I appreciate you joining me here. I believe that there might be something that I want to show you, and if you are not impressed by my accomplishments after that point, then our transaction will be concluded. How about that? And you see the fangs go back up, and the red eyes go away.
Well, I think I will come with you, but I ask that you never underestimate me.
Never. Jax, while you're tap dancing and tossing the balls back and forth with Charlie, and the old woman's looking, you see Charlie just stops all of a sudden and goes, oh, Jax, I don't feel, Jax, I watch. And you see Charlie is pulled into the trees. And the trees actually physically shake a little bit.
I'm done. I'm done. Was that good enough? Had you ever seen anything like that?
The old woman is like, no, you get it's the strings. I don't know what you made them strings out of, because my eyes ain't what they used to be. And like, she very much takes one of the juggling balls and like throws it, and of course it just flies. And she's like, how did you? Deal's a deal. A magician never reveals her secrets. I understand. Okay, here's the thing. So we have a habit of, we sort of collect strays around here and kind of give them a place where they can have some meaning. Most of them, they hang out up there in them woods that a ways. And she does point in the way that you just saw Charlie get dragged.
Okay.
They kind of keep to themselves. I don't understand them. What they like the rap music, and they smoke a little bit of the peace pipe. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm a lady of class and standard. And is that person wearing an orange bow tie?
Yeah, that's Ibis. Okay, thank you so much for your help. I'm going into the woods now.
You all are a colorful sort. I thought we were supposed to be the Connies.
That's funny. Okay, bye.
Okay. Well, enjoy your night. Would you like some tickets? You didn't.
No. I run over to Ebis and I say, "Look, we gotta all get together. We gotta go into the forest over here real quick. I think that there's something going on." And then I use premonition.
All right. For premonition, roll for me.
What is it?
Premonition.
Aspects plus resolve.
Yep. There's one that is different. That's why I always double check.
Okay.
Yep. Your resolve and aspects. Avis or Agnes, how do you bust into this booth?
Oh, please, this door's nothing. I'm gonna with the knob, just because I'm, I consider myself very strong. I'm just gonna turn it enough to where the knob just kind of gives, the lock just kind of gives, and just push it.
It's red iron, and blink, and it does open up, and you notice inside there are those things, but you notice that 5-legged horse is gone.
That little shit. I'm gonna quickly grab the bunny though.
That is there. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you turn around with the bunny, you see there's a small handful of kids that are very much like.
I'm gonna shut the door behind me, but leave it just slightly cracked.
Mm-hmm.
In case, any other kids want to kick it to the man.
You do see one little boy is like.
I'm gonna turn to him and just give him a wink.
Yeah.
And just and hand that bunny back to the little girl. She's nearby. I'm sure she's hanging around. Yeah.
She very much takes it as like, thank you so much, nice lady. I'm gonna be a gunslinger like you someday.
All right. Not much of a future in it, but it can pay the bills if you get creative.
Wait, are you some sort of like assassin, like the Black Widow?
What the hell is a black? No, like a what? Like the spider?
Like the superhero.
Oh hell, I don't.
She's already like you, and she's a great shot.
Yeah, then yes, I am. I'm like the Widow Black.
That phrasing, as my mommy says. But yes. Thank you for my bunny. I love it. Thank you. And she runs up and she does hug your leg.
Oh, gross. All right, thank you, kid. Oh, nasty.
Yeah. No, there's
gonna have to disinfect.
On you. Yeah, no, there's a mucus residue on your leg. Yeah.
I really like this jacket too. Gross. All right, Jack. And I'm assuming I see Jax there.
You do see Jax come running up, but Ebis, actually give me your wits and awareness.
Okay. My wits. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 2 successes.
So all of this is stupid and you really don't care. But as your eyes sort of idly look back into the booth, it's hard to make out so high up where that horse was sitting, but there's something carved in the wood behind it. We might have a wild storyteller appearing. There is a symbol of some sort, an alchemical symbol that you definitely recognize as a mystical sign. That being said, I believe, May, if you're able to take over, give me the high sign here. Yes, I realize she has no idea what I was just doing. I will just say the path they're on leads directly to where you were trying to take them. I will say that. And at the risk of being super meta, because this is all happening real time, y'all. She just showed up. I'm going to send you a message on Facebook with the only thing that you need to know there, May. And I am going to drop off and turn it back over to your storyteller to continue.
Thanks, B Dave. We love you.
Thank you.
Episode of live television, internet stuff ever. It's happening in real time. Another one.
That's how we do. That's how we do. All right, you guys have fun. May, I'm gonna send you the one thing you need to know right now. Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Let me know when I'm in there and ready to go. Have I been swapped out? I believe. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Thank you, ladies, for that wonderful Q&A at the beginning. First and foremost, I would like to say that. And secondly, big thank you to B-Dave for jumping in there and doing this and running a impromptu one-shot while I was having catastrophic internet issues. So I apologize for that, everyone, and thank you guys for that. And we shall pick up where we left off. So where you guys are now, I will just ask, are you together?
Yes and no. We're all at a carnival. Ebis and myself, we're at a gunning booth, and Jax is running up to us, very upset. And then Delilah was being hit on by a creepy ringmaster.
Well, right around this time.
With bright glowing eyes. I wonder who.
And I've also just seen an alchemical symbol inside the gunning booth from which a person just ran away from.
Yeah, with your stuffed animal, which, by the way, I'm still upset about.
My 6-legged horse is gone.
And Charlie got pulled into the woods.
I'm assuming that's what you're running up to us upset.
Yes.
So, as this is unfolding and as the four of you congregate back together, you see Heather walking up to you, looking very stern on her face. And she goes, guys, I realize that, like, this is fun and all, and, like, you know, there's, you know, fun to be had, things to do, but we need to get to safety.
This is literally what I was saying, like, 5 minutes ago, that everyone was like, okay, we're gonna go to a carnival, but, I mean, there's some weird stuff happening here, too.
I understand, you know, like, you guys have been trapped up for a while. If you want another couple minutes here, that's fine. But eventually, we gotta, you know, keep moving on. Just keep that in mind.
So there's something happening in the trees over there, and I have to go. I can't leave without going there first. I just can't. I can't leave him. So, I really have to go get my friend.
Oh, you met a friend of yours here?
Sure. Yeah. And they're in trouble in the trees over there, and I just have to go make sure they're okay. And then I can go. Okay?
All right, that sounds good. Do you need us to go with you?
I mean, if you want. Yeah. Let's do that real quick. Just real quick, okay?
What do you guys think? Think the faster we help her, we might be able to get a move on, or did you guys all have things that you were doing?
Oh no, I've done my bit. This has been fun. Some asshole little teenager ran off with my prize though, but no big deal.
You know, that's kids for you. Yeah. Maybe we'll see you around when we go help Jax find their friend.
Yeah. It'll just be real quick, and then I just run and I go, Charlie, and I run into the forest screaming his name.
As you run into the forest, Jax, you see rustling in the bushes, and it almost looks like a foot kind of trailing off into some of the trees, like it's still being dragged.
There you go. And I run and I try to jump and grab the foot.
Give me your Dex and Athletics.
3.
You do. You are able to get your hand on his ankle, and you realize it is Charlie. And he kind of struggles for a minute, and you hear him go, "Oh, Jackson, let me go! Let me go!" And you see him reach down and grab your hand and kind of pull himself back out of the bush. He goes, I don't know what that was.
Charlie, what the fuck are you doing?
He goes, oh, love, it wasn't me. Well, I don't quite know what it was. I couldn't even see it.
Let's just get out of here. And I run back out.
All right. And you do see that, like, Charlie kind of dusts himself off and looks visibly confused, which is unusual for him. But he does kind of keep up after you. And you all see Jax returning with a slightly happier look on her face.
It's okay, I couldn't find them. Let's go.
All right. Well, and Heather turns to you, Agnes, and goes, I guess we don't need to help there. All right, guys. So let's just load up back in the van if there's nothing else, and let's go check into the hotel.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we're not too far from there. I think we only stopped about 30 minutes out, so we should be able to get there pretty fast. Just everyone keep your heads low, eyes out. And as you guys approach the van, you see that there isn't anyone else in there. It's pretty much just Heather, who's been sitting in the back. You notice that Kurt and the twins also not there.
What happened to our little menagerie of people in here, Heather?
Kurt likes to scout ahead, and the twins went back for something. I'm not sure what it was. They got all fussy for a minute. I don't know, and something to do with the. They said it was relative to the plans. Remember the suitcase back that I was trying to get back when you guys were getting all of your things, and we figured out that High Holy Nun Face had it. There was something in there that was also theirs, I guess, that they were looking for, so they went back to try and formulate a new plan on how to liberate some more of our things to get to the new safe house. So one went one way, one went the other. We do have communication with Kurt set up, though. We should be able to call him at any time. Just keeping an eye ahead to make sure that there's nothing suspicious when we're pulling up. We're not rolling into a trap, anything like that.
All right,
So if we're all ready to go.
Saddle up, move it out. Let's go.
And as you guys are rolling down the road, the music is playing, and you see the beautiful, beautiful mountains of Colorado. The further you drive, you noticed the more reserved it gets. There's just not a whole lot of streets, not a whole lot of houses, just nothing but nature, completely secluded. And you pull up to a gorgeous hotel. Several stories tall, looks very old, almost turn of the century, and it's very palatial. Heather pulls the van around front and goes, well, here we are, guys.
Woo, wait, this sure is fancy.
Well, the accommodations for us are just some of the standard rooms in the back. Kind of the rollover rates of some of the leftover things. Somebody had to deal with them or something. I don't know. The details were unclear, but Kurt rambles, so I just don't ask questions.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, Delilah, of course.
Is it possible for me to upgrade my room?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. If you go to the front desk or something, maybe talk to the... we could go there together. I don't... should we all go there together? We all kind of look intimidating. Why don't you do that? She says, and she kind of does span the group for a second, and then goes, yeah. You have that whole amazing thing going on.
I think what I'll do is I'm going to upgrade everybody's room because we've just been through quite an ordeal. And this hotel just seems like the nicest of things. And I'm down for it, babe.
Oh, thank you, Delilah. And for a brief moment, you guys actually see, because Heather's been pretty brooding and serious since you've met her. She just kind of lighten up for a moment and nods very thankfully back to you. She goes, all right, guys, well, on that note, today's turning out to be an even better day. She goes, I guess let's just file out and go check in.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here, Charlie. They filmed one of my favorite movies here. It's so cool.
Charlie goes, yeah, love. Wait, was it The Shining?
No, it was Dumb and Dumber, actually. They filmed that one here.
Oh, that one is a good one. You know, later, maybe we could have the cane fight. You remember, like, in the scene when they roll into the bowl and they start fighting with the canes?
Oh, yeah, I can do that, but I gotta make sure I hit you with the right side of my cane, otherwise it could be lethal. And speaking of, by the way, don't ever leave me like you just did, ever again.
Oh, no, Jax, I would never on purpose. I told you I don't know what grabbed me. I couldn't see it.
All right. Let's go in. Snoop around.
Yeah. Oh, look, what are those signs over there? You see those signs? And Jax, when you look, there are a few signs that are posted outside, a couple of billboards. There are some conventions staying at the hotel currently. Amongst them, there is a sharpshooters convention that is going on, which probably explains why there was a few of them back at the carnival. And also, there is a art exhibit of some sort, seems to do with a lot of religious history type of art.
All right. Well, looks like there's something for everybody here, Charlie. And then I go find Agnes. Agnes, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a whole gun party here.
A gun party?
Yeah, like there's people here for the guns that are here to shoot them. I know that's your thing, so see that sign over there?
Well, it looks like today is my day to get a little trigger happy. This is great. Sorry, I got so excited when you said sharpshooter convention, I knocked down my background. So, whoopsie-doodle. My arms got real big. So, there's that.
And Heather goes, yeah, she's, it seems to be the perfect spot for you. There is a couple of conventions that are coming into town right now. She's you should try and blend in with them, I guess, if you can. It's kind of a benefit for us. So if you can blend in and look like you belong and look like you're part of them and not one of us, go for that.
Understood. I'm going to snag myself a badge. Is that what they call those little things? The little things you wear, like the little badge thing?
Yeah, the little like lanyard things. Yeah.
I'm going to get one of those, I think.
She goes, hey, Delilah, maybe there's something you can do about that, because I think Agnes just asked for a ticket to the gun show.
Pardon me for just a moment. And I'd like to make my way up to the front counter.
When you approach, there is a very happy woman standing there, almost a little too happy. And she goes, hi, welcome to the Stanley. How may I help you?
Hi, how are you, darling?
Oh, excellent. How is your evening, ma'am?
You know, my evening could be better. I need to check into your hotel, but I'm going to need to upgrade my quarters.
Oh, do you know what your prior reservation was under? Heather does come running up behind you, and she goes, was under Kurt Smith. She goes, I'm not finding that reservation at the moment. She goes, Kurt with a K. And she goes, oh, right. Yes, there we are. I have you down here for 3 rooms, some with double beds in there. Would you like to upgrade these? They are standard rooms.
Did you say double beds, darling?
Yes.
I like
smoking as well. They'll be a little stinky, but it'll be fine.
No, it won't.
Would you like to upgrade, ma'am?
I absolutely would. I'll count my friends, and we'll take that number of rooms. And I slide over a black card because that's how Delilah rolls.
Oh, quite right. And you see her as she looks at the card, as she goes to type in your name, she pauses for a moment and goes, oh my word. The Delilah?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, of course. I will upgrade you and your friends to the top suites, and also the presidential suite for you. Might I suggest that while you're here, if you feel like checking out the concert hall at all and giving us a bit of a serenade, one would appreciate that. And I'm sure that the convention goers would as well.
You know, there was something I was after. If you could get me a pass to the gun show that's happening.
Oh, yes. And would you like any for the art exhibit going on as well?
If it's at all possible, could you get one of each for me and all of my friends that are staying with me?
Yes, there's quite a few of them. I'll print you up a few of each, and you can pass them out as such. It'll just take a moment.
It's not going to be a problem, is it?
Oh, not at all. Not for you. A celebrity in town staying with us and here so unexpectedly. No. And as I said before, if there's any qualm whatsoever, I love your music. I'm sure if you just sing to them, they will just come right around. And she does type for a few moments. Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite song?
She was, what was that? Your first single. Your classics were always my favorite.
Oh, you ain't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. You ain't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. Oh, I love that tune, darling. That is nice.
And you see she gets a visible chill, and she gets on her arms as she types, she gets little goosebumps, and she goes, you're just a magical being, Miss Delilah. And she does print off quite a few badges and quite a few presents. She goes, here are your upgraded rooms and suites. You will find the keys that you need and the badges all in the envelope. Please do check out some of our featured amenities here. We have a ghost tour. We have a spa. And enjoy your stay here at the Stanley.
Just before I go, darling, I just have one question.
Yes, dear.
What time do you get off?
Oh, what time do you show up?
I'm here all night, then.
She was, I can sneak out back later. Lovely to meet you.
You as well.
And as you turn around, you see Heather standing there next to Jax doing the same thing. As you walk back with an envelope of keys for different rooms and a few passes to all of the exhibits that are going on in the museum, in the hotel, including the art museum and gun show at the moment.
Well, I do my best.
Do you happen to have any passes for the art show over there too?
Absolutely, baby.
Could I get one of those from you? You don't mind? Am I gonna owe you for this, or what's the deal?
No, baby, it's all love.
Oh, excellent, great. I won't write that down then. I'll just take this, and thank you very much.
You're welcome, babe.
And I just start to scoot towards the art convention and just ignore everybody else.
As you get closer to this art exhibit, you notice that it's a pretty non-interesting mix of folks that are here to see it. Everyone looks very conservative. They all kind of look very cookie cutter. It's art, and it's beautiful art, but there's a definite theme going on here. And give me your wits and occult to see how much you know about this type of artwork.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7. All my dice. Holy God. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
With 5 successes, you realize that most of this would appear to be some form of standard, like, Catholicism, Christianity art. You've seen a lot of these pieces of books before, but there's a couple pieces that stand out to you with some mystical symbolism that you have seen. It's not like what you saw back at the Carnival, but it has that same kind of witchy occult feeling to it. There's something definitely otherworldly about these pieces.
I look for somebody who looks like they are in charge to ask them some questions.
You are able to see one of the hotel guards, security guards, standing there kind of keeping an eye on things, just making sure nobody passes in front of the ropes, that kind of deal, making sure nobody touches anything. But as far as someone giving a guided tour, not so much.
Excuse me, sir.
He kind of straightens up and he goes, "Yep."
Is this out here for sale, or what's the deal, yo?
Nope. Just an exhibit, ma'am. Occasionally, different conventions come into town. Different things happen here. Weddings, bands. They're showing some kind of religious art. He goes, I can check the schedule. Is that Impressionism religious art?
Okay, that's almost no information. Do you have any pamphlets or guides, like written information, or know where any of these, this set of particular, these couple over here, these came from?
He goes, oh yeah. He goes, I think there's a pamphlet on the rack over there. He goes, my notes are just handwritten. He goes, nobody really asks me anything. And he tucks it back into his coat pocket, and he goes, but you look a little different than some of the other people that have been looking at this art. He goes, there's been a few odd ducks. He goes, I stand here all day. I notice things. He goes, there was someone a little bit more colorful like you that was here not too long ago.
I see.
Asking questions as well.
When was this?
Day or two ago.
Okay. Maybe it was a colleague of mine. Hard to tell. There's so few of us in the art world,
It would make sense. He goes, the bow tie thing, and the bright palette. He goes, most of the people here look like that. And as you look around, you do see that, again, most of the people are dressed very plain. They're wearing gray type clothing, almost like Mormon or Amish type color scheme. Some of it is that type of garb. There's really only a couple of odd, like, college students that are there that don't look like they're part of that group, kind of sprinkled throughout. And, they don't really stand out too much either.
Well, hey, what time does this exhibit here close?
Goes, well, we close things down at about 6 o'clock. He goes, and then well, he goes, oh, forgive me. He goes, my accent slips sometimes. He goes, you seem very nice. You caught me off guard. I try to be more official, but from the East Coast originally. He goes, you remind me of home. He goes, but it closes around 6 o'clock, and we do usually some cleaning up of the exhibits after that. So we make sure to get everybody out pretty fast.
Okay, well, good to know. Maybe I'll see you around.
He goes, yeah, you take care of yourself. He goes, enjoy the rest of the art and grab a pamphlet on your way out.
I grab 3 pamphlets.
And they are indeed the embossed little pamphlets that you see at most hotels for things when you're on vacation. And it is a schedule of all of the different art exhibits that will be coming through over the next few months, and little advertisements for them. This one is Mysticism in Catholic Art, a feature Impressionism.
Can I do any kind of investigation on the... You said it was like 3, or how many were the kind of the strange ones, the strange paintings?
There's about 2 or 3 of them that stand out. There's just a couple of them.
Can I like investigate to see what's special about them?
Yes. Give me your wits and occult, please.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
And what is Agnes doing now that she has her tickets to the sharpshooting convention?
Well, I'm a little pissed about my stuffed animal prize, so I'm going to go see if there's any wagers that I can win something a little bit more substantial. They always underestimate the ladies.
You walk past one of the hallways, and you do see your friend Eva standing there kind of studying a painting very closely. And then the next hallway down, you see the entrance with the billboard sign to a shooting contest. There is a competition going on.
Oh, good. And I've already warmed up by getting that bunny rabbit, so I'm ready to do something real.
You see a woman sitting there, looks very old, very kind of worn in the face. She has seen a lot in her life, and it shows. And she's kind of crouched over and leaned over, and you see her every so often just kind of pointing her finger at somebody and telling them they're signing it wrong, and, kind of being a little, and she goes, all right, now get in line. Whoever's getting on for the quick, no, you got to put your 25 in. If you want to, no shooting for free. We ain't giving away a free prize. You're going to earn money. You're going to pay to play. Now, come on, let's do this.
I got a little money. I'm going to enter.
She goes, all right, darling, you look like you want to say something? You want to sign up?
Yeah, actually. You said 25?
Yeah, that's right. That's a starting prize.
All right. What's the grand prize, just out of curiosity?
Oh, well, she goes, the grand prize. She goes, we're going to do in a couple of days from now. She goes, that'll win you $1,500.
Sign me up, just for fun.
She goes, all right, well, here's a form, dear. I'm going to pass it your way. It just says that we are not liable if you do, in fact, shoot your own eye out. That is all on you. And here you go, ma'am. Here is a pen. I will take that $25 from you, and you can just turn your slip into a Big Jim over there.
All right, Big Jim.
Yes, you have a nice day, ma'am.
Same to you.
And how many successes was it for Evis on the Wits and Occult roll?
4.
It looks like some of the symbolism that you have seen back around your hometown in your library when your sire would be around.
I guess I can't do anything now. What time is it? Like in the day?
Oh, it's night.
It's okay. I guess I will plan to come back later to get.
It is still dark out, but it is It's one of those in between times. It's one of those odd times. It's getting twilighty. It's getting iffy.
I leave because I don't want to linger too much, and I'm gonna deal with the situation once it closes, I think.
Yeah, it will soon be closed.
Great.
You are very close to closing. Jax, you see Charlie walk up to you here. Jax, I think I saw somebody.
Someone like a friend?
Maybe. Maybe you can look a bit for me too and see if you see. I thought I saw a woman, because she looked a bit like some of them from back at the camp.
Oh. Where did they go?
So I thought I saw running down there, and he points down another hallway that you see has a sign that says it's leading to the concert hall.
Okay, shall we go over there and check it out, Charlie?
Yeah, I think we should. She's a bit dodgy. He goes, I think maybe, I didn't see who it was, but I think she might have been the one that grabbed me.
Really?
Well, I mean, it don't make sense either way, right? Because, I mean, she looked like she belonged back there, and I didn't see who it was. And now we've got somebody who looks like us just hanging out here, and there's not exactly a carny convention in town.
Nobody messes with a friend of mine, Charlie.
Right? Let's go figure out who.
Yes. But I'm not going anywhere without my Dumb and Dumber cane fight, so... And I draw my cane, and I take a swing at Charlie.
And he does draw back, and he kind of ducks out of the way with that, and then he comes down to get you in the back of the knees.
And I block it, and I say, "Villain, I have done thy mother." And then I whack him across the head.
And he takes it like a champ and just drops in an oh-so-vaudevillian way, and then pops back up and goes, ta-da! I love that we've practiced that so much.
Yes, let's bow now, shall we?
Yes.
And we bow.
And you do make your way down to the concert hall area. Christina, you see that Jax is headed towards the concert hall, which it was requested of you to at least check out. Do you follow?
Well, you know, babe, that's a hard choice. I'm going to follow Jax to the concert hall.
As you walk down that way, you see a picture on a wall that's right there towards the beginning, and it reminds you of someone. It reminds you of someone that you and Bonnie would know. Someone that you have hired Bonnie to take care of. Look out for in the past.
Oh, snap.
But you go, couldn't be. It seems to be an older photograph, but you'd almost swear on a second look it looks just like her.
Ooh, took me out of myself for a minute, darling. Ooh. Oh, what's that thing the kids say? I was shook.
And after a little stroll, you do in fact make it to this gargantuan concert hall with all of these seats. Ibis, you, as you are studying these paintings, and you realize that this was something that you had seen around your sire, give me your intelligence. No, give me your wits and trying to find the right one for you, and I seem to have misplaced my character sheet. We've had a large malfunction today, y'all.
Okay.
I do apologize.
Like occult or investigation or academics?
Yeah, give me wits and awareness, actually. We'll just do a standard wits and awareness for you to recall something.
Two successes.
You remember that on occasion your sire would mention this convention.
Oh.
This was one of the places that you remember her saying that she would go every so often, not every year. But she said something about meeting with important individuals whenever she would come to this one.
Do I see anyone in the room right now that looks like they might be kindred or looking mysterious?
Give me your... Do you have any kind of sense the beast or second sight, sense the unseen?
I've got like premonition. Oh, I do have sense the unseen. Yes, I do have that.
Give me a sense the unseen roll, please, which I believe is wits and aspects.
It is. So for what's the aspect? I'm looking for the thing. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
You pull down to the end of this table and you have your form all filled out, and you see an old man who's sitting there looking just as rough as this woman was a second ago. They're probably a couple, and he's wearing a flannel shirt. He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, even though you see the hotel staff coming up to him yelling at him, "You can't smoke in here, sir." And he goes, "I'll smoke where I damn well please." And he just kind of takes it out and puts it out in a beer can and goes, huffs to himself as he just stacks the papers and puts them together. And he goes, "All right, who's next?"
That'd be me, sir. How'd you do?
All right. And he's like, "See this? You already paid on there?"
Yes, sir, I have.
All right, well, he goes, "We got a couple rounds of shooting." He goes, "We do it on the outside." He goes, "Of course, you can't shoot on the inside. That hurt everybody." He goes,
"Not anymore, you can't. I get it."
He says, "That and smoking." He goes, "Ugh," and he shakes the beer can with the cigarette butt at the hotel employee, who just looks absolutely just befuddled and appalled. And he goes, "All right, so there's a couple rings set up out there." He goes, "Now," he goes, "the late event," he goes, "which is about all we got time for at this point." He goes, "Sun's already starting to set." He goes, "This is the big one." He goes, "Is that added tension and not being able to see." He goes, "But we ain't gonna lie, it's lit up fine. You'll be all right." And he goes, "So you go out there," he goes, "and you're gonna shoot for the target, clean and simple." He goes, "And if you win, closest one to the target, top 5, we'll get bullseyes, go on to the next round." He goes, "That's the next day." He goes, "Then continues like that till the end of the contest. Whoever gets the sharpest shot wins." He goes, "And you win the big $1,500.
Well, fantastic. I'm just here to, I guess, it's just something that tickled my fancy when I walked in, so just figured I'd give it a shot, literally.
He goes, "Now," he goes, "you look like a rough and tough gal." He goes, "But I ain't seen you around these parts." He goes, "I'll tell you what," he goes, "if you want to deal yourself in and win money a little faster," he goes, "the shooting thing is great. You get to $1,500 after 3 days." He goes, "But there's some poker tournaments around here too." He goes, "And you probably win money a lot faster that way. Not because you're not a good shooter. I'm not saying that at all, ma'am. I would never." And he tips his hat to you. He goes, "I'm saying the turnaround's a little faster." He goes, "Or," he goes, "do what we always do in the West and just do both."
Big Jim, you're my kind of people.
And he goes, "So is that one more buy-in for the poker tournament of Texas Hold'em, madam?"
Let's just say that you have me grinning like a weasel in a hen house and sign me up for it all.
He goes, "All right, I'll put you down right here." And he goes, and here you go. And he pulls out a little plastic lunchbox that is full of poker chips. And he goes, "And there's a deck of cards right there. I noticed you had the VIP badge when you walked up, so that comes complimentary. It's your swag bag." He goes, "Everything you should need in there, including some bullets from the event." He goes, "I wouldn't shoot them. I'd keep them. They've been engraved. I don't think there's anything in them either."
Fantastic. I look at my VIP badge and go, thank you, Delilah. That mental, just a little mental nod to her, because I'll have to thank her later for making sure I'm a VIP. I like the sound of that.
And Delilah, as you walk into the concert hall, you see Jax is there with you, and Jax seems to be occasionally, nodding and mumbling to herself, as she always does. Jax, you see Charlie stops for a moment and goes, wait, I think I see her. He goes, but then again, he goes, just a second ago, I also think I saw a golden retriever, which is kind of weird. He goes, this is a really weird place, Jax.
Well, a golden retriever is a very common dog, so it's not that weird.
He goes, no, but not like a real golden retriever, like a me golden retriever.
Oh, that is weird.
He goes, right.
Well,
Well,
where do you see her?
You see him walk over to Delilah and kind of just look around, and he goes, Jax, one of these days somebody's going to ask you who you're talking to. He goes, I bet you to be this pretty one right here. He goes, I know, I'm trying to get off subject. He goes, I don't want to talk about it. He goes, so he goes, I keep losing her. She doesn't want to be seen. But she's I think, and you see the lights flicker for a minute, and you see that he straightens up and he goes, I think she likes playing tricks on us.
Really? Well, I like playing me some tricks too.
And as you say that, you both again actually see a small, tiny framed girl who looks kind of gypsy-fied, kind of boho, kind of a little ripped up and torn clothes made of scarves. Looks like a full-out traveler. And she walks up to you and kind of looks at all three of you. And Delilah, you do see her as well.
You here for my show, baby?
She goes, I'm here for all the shows. I like it here.
Oh, so nice. What's your name?
She goes, Lucy.
Lucy, you have been to one of my shows.
She goes, no, I'm not. I can't say I'm familiar with your voice, but there's something sparkling about all of you. There's something different. You're not from here. You're new.
No, we are just traveling. And this is my companion, Jax. Jax, say hello to the nice lady.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Were you out by the carnival earlier?
Yes. I saw your show. I saw what you did, and I wanted you to come here. I wanted you to come here, and I wanted you to do that here. It's been a while since anything really good like that has happened in here.
Is that why you took my friend?
Oh, my apologies. Yes. Your companion seemed very nice. But and a lot like me. I'm just not. I'm not used to socializing very much anymore. Usually, when people see me here, they scream and run. So I figured maybe if I caught him off guard, since he's a bit more like me, maybe I could get him to a place where he wouldn't scream, and you wouldn't hear him scream, and I could maybe talk to him and put a business arrangement in order.
Okay, I'll let that slide. And then I approach her a little bit, and I take my cane and I unsheath the sword cane part, and I just say, "But don't let it happen again."
Oh, no, I'm very sorry. And anything that you need as a performer, I'm sure we could find a way to get it from the hotel. Put a rider together for you. Is that what they call it?
Sounds good. Let's put on a show.
Excellent. And you do see that she moves over to the side where the lighting booth is. And she flips a switch with her hand, and you see a whirlwind of colorful light shine down onto the stage in this beautiful ambient moonlit setting. And there is a spotlight and right in the middle of the stage, and she lights up in her face and she goes, "Oh, this is just the standard setting. We can do anything different that you'd like for anything at all. Just if a show is what you want, we can make that happen."
You know what I need? I need the lighting brought down about just about 2 shades lower, and make sure that my mic sound is perfected. I need to make sure there's nothing choppy. I need an earpiece. You know what? I need Jax. I need you to dance. You ever dance to disco? Jax, you ever dance to disco?
Have I ever danced the what?
You know, the disco, baby. The disco.
Oh no, I don't think I've ever done that. But I could try.
Alright, so this is what I need you to do. I need you to take it. Just feel the heat. Feel the heat in your hips. Can you do that? Can you move? Feel the heat in your hips. Let me shake it. Just shake it. And then
I'm trying.
Ooh, boogie. It's coming up.
Ooh, boogie.
It's coming up over me. Come on.
It's coming up over me.
I said, ooh, boogie. It's coming up over me.
I said, ooh, boogie. It's coming up over me. Start it, Charlie. Oh, sorry. Charlie stepped on my foot.
And
Alright, so when we do it, I need to leave Charlie out of the game.
you do see that Lucy looks just absolutely ecstatic as you guys are jamming out, and she's doing it with you right on the side over by the lights. And you feel this like kind of burning energy inside of you that it feels like sheer happiness. And then when you stop and you see her kind of drop the beat, it's like the feeling like seems to just kind of drizzle away a little bit. And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. And Charlie, you'll get better. Don't you worry about it, Charlie. You'll get those steps. You guys are welcome to practice here anytime you'd like. That was absolutely wonderful. But I should ask, is the other one with you?"
Who's the other one, baby?
She goes, I've seen her walking around with you guys. I don't know if you've noticed her or not. She seems to be looking at you from around corners. A nun.
Oh, we're supposed to find that one, the nun, because of the blue horse with the red eyes and the briefcase and oh.
She disappears.
How long have you been seeing this nun, baby?
Oh, since just a little bit before you all showed up.
she have a bad unibrow?
She wasn't pleasant looking, no. I don't want to be rude, but she wasn't good to look at all. Really, slightly terrifying.
Maybe we should just avoid her.
And as you say that, you see someone in a habit sitting there right in the concert hall, and she looks up and she goes, I'm already here, child.
It's really actually quite polite to announce yourself before you make an entrance, darling.
So, well, not being seen to me is more of a curse than a gift. And, I was the one whose office you went through to get out. In the boiler room. And she turns around to look at you. And you see what you as Kindred know to be very Nosferatu type qualities. She has a pointed ear that you can kind of see creating a little pudge sticking out of the side of one of the sides of the habits. And her skin is just awful and gray, and it looks dry and cracked, and she's got some kind of weird issue going on the side of her face. And she goes, it's, I'm very sorry for what they're doing to you.
If you're so sorry, then why didn't you put a stop to it? I know I've seen your pictures on the wall, so I know you know what's happening. And I know that you are the reason, or at least you let it happen, that I was wearing dirty clothes.
Yes, that's quite right. But I'm also the reason that you were able to get out. I started like them. And then an accident happened one day, and they tried to save me using someone else's blood, one of your kind's blood. And I became this, what I am. And I realized and have been trying to make up for what I did in my past life by trying to help you all out. Until we can, you could say that, yes. She goes, it's both a blessing and a curse, what happened to me, but it's and you see Charlie lean in and put his hand on her Jax. He goes, oh, poor love. And he goes, Jax. Sometimes she doesn't even know when she's hidden. It just happens to her. She just thinks about it. When she doesn't want to be seen, she's just not. She goes, I disappear for times, and no one can see me. It's as if even God has forgotten about me.
Well, I'll never forget about you.
Thank you, but I will do my best to help you. Please take care of the others that are here. You can let them know that I'm here if you so wish, but the less of you that know about me, the better. It's just trust me. The information travels fast, and you've seen too much of me already. And you do see she winces and just vanishes before your very eyes. And even Charlie
looks slightly confused as this happens. He goes, "Oh, I love. Poor thing."
Rather convenient for her to disappear when she did, if you asked me. I was going to ask her where I could get a bite to eat around here.
He goes, "Oh, but I'm not sure she would know, love, but that art convention looks like none of them are running pretty fast, so I think you've got a good luck shot right over there." And he goes, "But," he goes, "I think we should be vigilant and keep an eye out for this chick. Maybe keep checking for her."
I agree.
He goes, "Speaking of which, I'm gonna go take a look around for Kurt while you go take a look for a bite, dear."
Sounds good. Delilah?
Who are you just talking to?
I told you I practice my soliloquies to myself. I'm thinking about getting something to eat. You are welcome to join, or I hear there's a very nice gun show.
I've actually got a snack coming up to my room whenever she gets off work.
That's
And-
real smart.
And Evis, you see the guard leave his post as the museum begins to close its exhibit doors. And Agnes, you are handed a very pretty rifle and led out to the shooting range. And that is a good place to end our story for this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all of your patience with the earlier half. Thank you to these wonderful ladies again for being able to do an excellent impromptu Q&A. Special thanks to B. Dave Walters for jumping in and running a quick little one-shot for us. And thank you, Q Times, for putting up with me. We love you. And I'm not sure if anybody has said, but we have decided to do a few more episodes of Denver by Night for you guys. So yes, look forward to more adventure and more story and more figure out what happens with the creepy nuns. We will do all of this for you guys coming up soon. So yep, every Wednesday, 5 o'clock, same bat time, same bat channel. Bye guys.